Tonight's Health Edge, dealing with ADHD. Childhood ADHD may continue into adulthood, but a new study reveals the disorder may not emerge until later in life for some.
Dr. Nandy here with a look at these new findings, how to deal with ADHD, Doc.
Yeah, I think it's pretty important. You know, that two new studies, and Curtis and I were talking about this, two new studies examined the attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, also known as ADHD, found that many young adults with ADHD did not have a childhood diagnosis. So researchers from the Institute of Psychiatry, Psychology, and Neuroscience found that nearly 70% of their young participants did not have a childhood ADHD diagnosis. Now this indicates that ADHD may have developed in adulthood, could have a different cause and maybe a distinct disorder altogether. Now scientists are not quite sure what causes ADHD, so this research is very important, and maybe you can find out why.
And is there any indication as to whether or not this is something that just wasn't diagnosed earlier in life? I mean, now that we know more about ADHD, or some people just...
That's a terrific point, Curtis. And Curtis was talking at the break too. It means, are we just diagnosing them better now than we did 20 years ago? It could be. But, you know, for ADHD is a condition, for those of you who don't know, is where a person has trouble paying attention or focusing on tasks. Those with it tend to act without thinking and have trouble sitting still. ADHD is often diagnosed when a child is between 6 and 12 years of age. There's a lot of advancements, so if your child has ADHD, we can actually do a lot now.
So if you're diagnosed late, Doc, what does this mean? I mean, late like over 21 or late like 18? Or?
You know, as an adult, so over 21. And the thing is that if you're diagnosed as an adult and didn't have it as a child, those participants with late onset ADHD had high level of symptoms, impairments, and elevated rates of mental health disorders, so it's pretty serious. For those of us who have ADHD, here are my prescriptions for helping you stay organized. So first, keep a routine and a schedule. This can help you keep running on time and reduce stress, very important. Also organize everyday items and have a place for everything so you know exactly where to find everything. Also use reminder notes, this is very critical. That'll help you keep on track and not lose focus. And finally, breathe slowly. If you're impulsive, and this is for all of us, count to 10. When you breathe slowly instead of acting out, that helps you focus and then act on each of those items individually.
How does one get diagnosed?
Yeah, so first of all, there's no single test to confirm a diagnosis, so signs and symptoms of adults can be hard to spot. So see your doctor, work with your doctor, who can help you understand this disorder and connect with you with the right healthcare professional. Often, if you don't go to the right person, you may not get diagnosed, underdiagnosed, overdiagnosed, so find the right professional to help you.
That deep breathing helps a lot.
Exactly,
yeah,
all the time.
For all of us.
I do it all the time.
So we do have a viewer question, and this person wondering, should we vaccinate or should we not vaccinate our children? It is a huge question. It's something more and more families are asking. What do you think?
So, you know, for my family, you know, we vaccinated. So I think unequivocally we should vaccinate. If people have questions, go to vaccinate.gov. But here's what it does. It saves your kids' lives, it saves other kids' lives, and it saves future generations. That measles outbreak in Disney, where, you know, the people who were not vaccinated actually had the measles, and a bunch of people around them actually got measles. We're seeing whooping cough and measles and disease we didn't see before. So I think unequivocally they're safe, and we should give it to our kids. I give it to mine. I think you should give it to yours.
All right. Thank you, Doc. And if you have a question for the doctor, we have his information up. Do we have time? No? Okay, we're moving on then. Let's go.